Hello mga katribu and welcome to another episode of PairFect. I'm Francine.
Hello, I am Dinah. Before we introduce our guest for today, I'd like to ask you, Francine, what kind of toys were you fond of playing when you were younger?
Oh, well, I think I played with the things that you buy from the sari store like jackstones and
Marbles?
marble stacks. I played with my brother. But of course, I was coveting a Barbie doll.
Okay.
Which was the it toy when I was younger. And I think till this day, no, it was fully
It still
evolved.
is. Everybody has every girl
Yeah, dreams of a
of
Barbie.
a Barbie.
And nowadays, every girl and gender fluid
people.
more.
Yes,
are
you can
into
play
Barbie.
with dolls.
Yes, of course. It's not gender dictated.
Yes. Anyway, I asked because our guest for today has a very interesting story to tell when it comes to the distribution of branded children's products, from toys to shoes, apparel, baby products, juvenile clothes, and accessories.
Yes, and she's a very accomplished woman. We're honored to have her here today in PairFect. She's the president and CEO of Richprime Global Incorporated. Let us welcome Myrna Tang Yao. Welcome to PairFect, Myrna.
Good afternoon, Dinah and Francine. I'm glad to be here with you.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And of course, let's start. How is the new year going for you and Rich Prime so far?
With the COVID, it came a little bit difficult, but we are looking forward that this probably will be the peak and the end. And we hope that it comes soon na matapos na ito.
Oo nga eh. But your operations did not stop when the pandemic started?
No, we continue. Some people goes to the office, we deliver continuously, and our e-commerce grew 1,000 times. So, ang e-commerce namin ang lumaki ng gusto.
Yes.
And people play, when they're at home, the children and the parents, they have more time to play.
Yes, a good point, because a lot of people stay at home now and children are not allowed to go out. So the importance of toys,
Yes.
really, truly.
Yes.
Yes, and we also introduced a lot of games for family bonding. We have almost all kinds of games, from Scrabbles to Uno to Bingo to Pictionary, headbands, halos lahat ng chess, checkers, lahat, because we carry the whole line of games also from Mattel and Spin Master. So it's kind of bonding for families, when you're all at home, then you play together.
Aside from eating together, playing together is really something you can do as a family.
Yeah, Richprime is one of the more established distributor of kids' toys and other apparel, among other things. Can you briefly tell us the beginnings of Richprime Global Inc? When and why was it established, and why children's products in particular?
Actually, it's a long story kasi I started as a micro-entrepreneur. I started buy and sell of blouses, products. So I don't have my own car. I had to go to the department store and offer the blouse that I sell. So it was not an easy, easy life in going business. That's why I had lots of passion for micro-entrepreneur, and I try to help a lot of women through the vision that I experienced. So when I started, actually, it's like parang nagbebenta ko kahit anong mahawakan ko. And so later on, the blouses that I sell does not didn't take enough raw materials. So I had to look for raw materials for the knitters to be able to supply me. So from the raw materials, yun ang napuntahan kong negosyo. Kaya mga micro-entrepreneur, try lang kayo ng try kasi at one point, makikita nyo din kung ano yung path na pupuntahan nyo, diba? So, yun. And then after that, then we opened the Goodyear tires. From the Goodyear tires, it is a man world. I don't have any idea of the toys, nothing at all. But so sa Goodyear, that was the first established business that I handled on our own because before I helped my father in the copra business because I'm from Bicol. And then from there, in 2 years' time, I became the biggest Goodyear distributor na talo ko yung mga kalalakihan. So, nung lumaki na ako in 2 years' time, nagulat ang Goodyear. Bakit biglang lumalaki ito We have to control. So, kinontrol nila yung growth ko kasi biglang I'm getting about 10% of the total sales of the Philippines in 2 years' time. So, they controlled me and I said, well, it seems like this is my peak, so I had to look for another business. So, that another business, sabi ko, I really love children. So, I want to have something to do with children. And it so happened that Mattel has a factory here. So, we knocked on their door and said, can we distribute some of your products locally? And they said, well, we're not ready because our operation here is only for manufacturing. We don't have intention to sell. So I said, maybe it's time that you should do something about it. So I waited for 2 years. After the 2 years, they came back to me, but not to give me the distributor, but to choose a distributor from among 3 candidates. So it was not easy because Mattel is big, So from the 3 candidates, at the end of the day, I was chosen. Our company was chosen. So it started from there. That's why from tires to toys.
Pero what do you think, what was it in you na you became the biggest seller of tires and then toys? Is it your determination, yung sipag at tiyaga? What was it in you that made you that made the company grow and thrive?
Yeah, because it's not easy to grow a company from micro-entrepreneur, It's really a strategy. You should know how to strategize, number one. You should have a vision. I always say that the vision is nothing without action. So you have to have a vision, and then you have to have a direction of your path. Where do you really want to go? Because in that vision, you can go in the right, you can go left. Then by the end of the day, you already forget your vision. Diba? So it's very important that you know really what you want. And kailangan yung sipag, tiyaga, pasensya, at the same time, yung strategy mo, yung planning mo is very, very important. Like I grew up selling copra trading. So I know a lot of way on how to sell, like it's a stock market. It's actually a commodity market. So I go short, I go long, I know when to sell, when to buy, when to get out of the market. So I was doing that. So that helped me. And I was only 19 years old, 20. I was the youngest in the trade. And old men pa nga karamihan. So they are looking at me.
Yeah, old men na may sariling mga
I
ideas.
was going to ask parang you thrived in a world na parang dominated by men. And you didn't let that stop you.
Oh.
So parang what was going on in your mind while you were doing all those things? What kept you doing what you were doing then?
Oo, parang solo flight naman.
Oo nga, and I'm the only woman and the youngest. So, they are all looking at me and I know they were all talking like, ano magagawa nitong babae na ito na walang kaalam-alam? Bata pa, di ba? Para bang, who is this girl who can do things in the trade? It's a commodity trading. It's a big market. And well, that became a challenge to me. And then, I became friends of everybody because sabi ko, oy, tulungan nyo naman ako, turuan nyo naman ako kung anong gagawin mo. So everybody was telling me their secrets and teaching me. So I became the apple of an eye of everyone. Up to the extent, ang nakakatawa, itong guy na ito tatanong sa akin, anong position nitong isa? Anong sabi sa'yo? Yung ganun. I know what everybody's doing, but they are, they're competitors. So they fight each other, right? Pero ako, hindi ako competitor eh.
Oh, I see.
So they were coaching me, so it became an advantage for me. Kaya natuto ako kagad. Tapos, my batting average was really good. I was having a batting average of 80%. Wow. And we're doing, our company grew to the top 350 companies in the Philippines.
Wow. May golden touch yata si Myrna.
Oo. Hindi lang luck eh. Talagang merong approach. Oo.
Of course. God, you have to pray always.
Yes.
He's always with me and guiding me.
So prayers and strategy.
From faith, strategy, and I guess it's also your willingness to learn. Kasi you're asking, I mean, there was wala namang pride. It's not that, but it's more of you were just open and willing to learn the trade talaga, no?
Because if you put yourself down and you tell people what you know and what you don't know and just be honest to yourself and to them, they will be there for you.
Yes, that's
it. Diba? Kaysa yung nag-aalam-alaman ka na hindi ka man marunong, tatawanan ka lang nila. Pero kung sabi mo, hindi ko ito alam, pakiguide naman ako, pakituruan naman ako, then they appreciate it more because they're helping you. And I'm the only woman in the trade. And so, my gosh, everybody's looking at me, what I'm doing, whether I traded right, I traded wrong, up to the extent that one day they already accept that I was doing well. So I was respected in the industry.
Oh, mahirap ma-achieve yan, especially if you're young and a female, di ba? So, we're very happy that you did it. Pero when the pandemic
and I was studying pa at the time. I was taking my MBA.
Studying pa.
So it's not easy. I was working, studying my MBA, having a child. So alam mo, babae, sabay-sabay yan eh. Diba?
So multitasking talaga.
Yes.
So women are
multitaskers. Natural multitaskers. So, Myrna, I'm sure when the pandemic hit, parang maybe you weren't like other business owners who kind of panicked or got worried about the way how they would handle their business with all these restrictions and closures. How did you manage to bring the company to another step because of the new situation for the business?
In January, when I heard already in February that the pandemic is here, because no October 2019 to December, hindi pa nila nakikita yung seriousness, di ba? And nag-lockdown tayo sa March, they didn't even really know by January that they would be going on lockdown in March. But I was already feeling that there would be a big problem. So in February, I already met all my managers, 40 of them that I met, and I already made a strategy. I said, this is not a joke. This is something that we have not met before. So we have to prepare this. So I prepare each department on what to do. So hindi kami nahirapan kasi naunahan namin yung makaka-affect sa amin, like if you order too much, how will you pay for it if you cannot sell it, di ba? If you don't have the market. So kinat ko agad ang purchases. Up to the extent na yung pagkat namin ng purchases, we were just right. Yung sales namin with the purchase, and then the people, we had to segregate their work schedule. So, and then we strengthen the e-commerce. So, sa e-commerce kami nag-concentrate. So, yun, and naagapan namin. Pag naaagapan, alam mo, mas madaling mabigyan ng solution eh. Pero pag hindi mo nagapan at naghintay ka, it become a problem when it's too late already. Diba?
What about your own?
So, kailangan meron kang force. Yes?
Myrna, what about your own journey in terms of your digital transformation? Like, what do you think have been you said you're working from home as well. Ano yung mga realizations mo about the kind of new normal work that we have to do today? Ano yung mga advantages and disadvantages that you realized?
Well, the advantages is that you don't have to be stuck in traffic. You can do more actually because you can discuss things sa Zoom, and that helped a lot because the traffic, I still work in the car. I do all my paperwork in the car. So by the time I reach the office, i-out ko na lahat yan. Pero now, I can do it, and then I can also do Zoom. Like when you invited me, I had to just move my meetings because as much as possible, I really like to accommodate, as much as I can. Ganun ako ka-open eh, and I don't really, some of my friends would say, oh, you have to be choosy, you have to be like that. I don't think, I'm not like that. I treat everybody.
The same.
If I can help, I can empower, I can develop, I do it. Even young, career people, I try to help. And, in this pandemic, ang ginawa ko, ilinagay na namin yung function ng bawat tao. So, yung ibang employees namin, hindi sanay sa ganun, we have to tell them that this is now your work, your job. And then our marketing is actually moving sometimes 12 hours a day. Kasi sa marketing kami, sa online, YouTube, lahat yan, todo kami dun eh. So that, and then, we put up a kids company before that was existing already when it happened, but our with Lazada, with Shopee, our partnership became stronger. And then we had to develop our warehouse for e-commerce. Dati ang e-commerce namin is only part of our warehouse, no? But now it has a really different warehouse group that we put up to be able to serve. Alam mo, sa online, mabilis ka, hindi pwedeng mabagal. At saka kailangan, isa-isa lang yan, dalawa-dalawa, hindi katulad sa wholesale, di ba? But we have to work double time.
Right. So parang
It's good that our
logistics.
nahandaan na nila eh, na na-preempt namin yung mangyayari. So, we were able to train them and adjust and do all these things. Lahat kailangan mabilis. Cannot take time.
Buti naman.
That's how business is.
Act fast.
Yes. Okay.
Move fast.
Point taken.
Point
Think
taken.
fast.
Okay. Yeah, but let's do a little backstory ulit. Kasi you introduced Barbie in the country, and at that time, I think there was a clamor for maybe some local pride in terms of toys. But how were you able to market Barbie dolls in the Philippines? Bakit naging successful yung Why did
Western concept.
the Western
in the
concept in the
Philippine.
Oo. Tsaka, what vision did you have back then? Ano na naman
Hindi
ang
lang
Myrna
yun.
touch?
The Myrna touch.
The Myrna touch.
Passion. We have to be fashionable. I'm already 71 years old, but I still love fashion. But, to sustain a brand for 40 years is not a joke. Kasi ang mga brand, normally, they die within 5 years or they go down and up and down and up and gano'n, no? But we were able to maintain Barbie very strong. In fact, Mattel has always been giving us awards, and in Southeast Asia, Barbie in the Philippines is the strongest among all different countries in Southeast Asia. And it has been there for quite some time. Maybe because when you love children, you know what they like and you can feel them. You will know how to make them, happy. Yan ang pinaka-importante, di ba? How to make them happy.
Right.
And so there were ups and downs, and because siyempre, katulad niyan, like example, may usong lalabas, let's say, Powerpuff Girls at one point. Lumakas yan, I don't know if you know that. Then other brand will come in, gano'n. So, it become a challenge to Barbie, right? Pero umpisahan ko na yan. Powerpuff Girls will be strong because they're the first girl toys that has a TV series on TV. So they're very strong. So what I did, I put Barbie commercial inside the Powerpuff.
Wow.
So
Okay, na tayo dito.
Ang galing,
Oo. Talagang, just have to be smart, I guess, no?
Yeah.
Marketing-wise.
Yes. Think.
Oo.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
In fact, sabi ng Powerpuff, bakit sa Pilipinas hindi kami ganun kalakas? Lahat ng country malakas kami. Ano ba nangyayari sa Pilipinas? So, nung nakita nila, yung Barbie lumalakas kasi yung Powerpuff pala yung Barbie nandun sa loob. Tapos, ika-third year, they banned. We cannot put commercial in Powerpuff. But it's too late because Powerpuff is already going down.
wow, ang galing.
Wow, I'm learning
Marketing
something here, yes.
strategy. Again, marketing strategy.
Thank you for that.
Oo. Naku, we're just warming up, Myrna.
Marketing.
Oo. We're just warming up.
Alam mo, naalala mo naalala mo yung pinakamalakas na TV series ng letter M ang umpisa, it's a Spanish,
Marimar.
Marimar, right? Alam ko that is really, really rating very high. So I pull out all my commercial budget, just put it in Marimar.
Ayun.
So talagang,
Maximum
We did
visibility.
very well.
oo. Grabe, ang galing. No?
Pero kailangan mabilis. Kailangan mabilis ka. Kailangan
Again,
kita
yes.
mo agad.
Quick and fast.
Okay. Oh, but wait. Before we continue, let's pause for a break muna. PairFect will be back after this reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Si Harry Roque ang pinakamagaling na spokesman, kaya inggit sa kanya ang oposisyon.
Tama lang na ipinaglaban ko ang balik trabaho para bumalik ang kita ng mga nagtatrabaho at naghahanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng magutom ang pamilya. Dapat lang po ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. Basta trabaho, kita at hanap buhay ang nakataya. Nasa harap niyo po ako.
Ibigay natin ang tudong suporta kay Hari.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Welcome back to PairFect. Still with us is President and CEO of Richprime Global, Myrna Yao. Welcome back, Myrna.
Hello.
Hey, we read somewhere that you grew up feeling like a boy because your parents initially wanted a son. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah.
And eventually, did that affect your choices for your merchandise in your company?
That is actually, it became a blessing in disguise because para bang, since I was small, I was always left out. Not only because that I'm a woman, but I'm a girl, but because I have so many galis, my whole body, because I'm allergic, we live in the province, I'm allergic with pollens, dust. So, ang katawan ko, puros galis talaga yan. And I always had this, yung nana, and then I always had a slight fever. And sometimes my teacher won't even touch me. And my classmates, they bully me. They always left me behind and doesn't want to play with me. But it didn't make me parang nagkaroon ng inferiority because I am so close to Mama Mary and to Jesus. When I go home, I talk to them, I pray a lot. Parang they're my mother and my father that I become more stronger.
Okay.
And ang ginagawa ko, pag ako'y binubuli, talagang nakikipagsuntukan ako ng maliit pa ako.
Wow.
Sasabihin ko sa mga,
Tapang.
titingnan ko din. Titingnan ko kung ang katawan nila. Pag maliit ang katawan nila, kunwari, sige, after class, magsusuntukan kami. Pero kung malaki ang katawan, kunwari, hindi ko naririnig. Kasi alam ko, hindi ko kaya.
Oh.
So, I became a fighter.
Ayun.
That's how it was. Because if you just let people bully you, and if you have Mama Mary and Jesus behind you, you're not afraid of anything. I even fought with the principal, with teachers, with anyone that do me injustice, like hindi sila fair sa akin o sa classmate ko. I fight for them kasi I know that God is always behind me and telling me the right thing to do. So kaya naging parang ang world ko, panlalaki talaga. Hanggang lumaki ako yung mga business ko, nag-umpisa ako in a man's world.
Oh, Copra Tires.
World.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Copra Tires. And then you ended up with toys.
Oh, Hot Cars ba is Hot Wheels is Richprime, no?
Fisher Price. We have about 40 brands. We have so many brands. Shopkins, Chinos. So, at saka mga yung Kiko. And then, when I was young, up to, I think, 7 years old, I am only allowed to wear pants and shirt. I cannot wear girls' clothes. And I always had to wear blue. That's why blue became my favorite color. Kasi my parents believed that if they dressed me up like a boy, I would hate the boy after me. And it happened. The child after me was a boy.
Oh.
Lalo akong na-let out.
Oh.
So it made me become stronger, and then I work harder because I know that I have to prove more than my brothers and my older sister. I have an older sister, favorite pa siya kasi older, first girl eh. The second girl became like, enough. That's too much. One girl is enough.
Okay.
Pero Myrna, kasi we see you as this stylish woman. Fashionable, galing magbihis, such an idol. When did you start embracing yourself as a woman?
Oo nga, di ba? Man's world, boys' clothes.
Yun na nga, nagulat ako. When I reached 16, I started to know what I like. But as I grow old and I'm exposed to a lot of things, I realized that I have an eye for nice designs, nice things, even for Barbie. I will even comment to Mattel, you should not do this, you should do that. Nakikialam po sa mga style, and I always want to have something different. Pag nakita ko na ito this year na ganito, sabi ko, you have to change. You have to be always ahead of the market. Always be implementing something new, something different. And that's how I do it in our company. Our marketing strategy is always different from the previous years. And even my collection of shoes, apparel, we become the leader. Kung ano nilalabas namin, like I introduced boots in the Philippines, nobody would say that, oh, how can children wear boots? Ang init-init. But I introduce it because I feel like it's fashion. And lahat magkakahanap, no?
Oo, tama yun.
Oo nga, maraming nag-benefit ng mga girls dyan. Naging parang feeling stylish din sila, no?
Actually, that's, thinking about, ang galing nyo.
In their pink and black boots by Barbie.
Speaking of staying ahead of the game, diba? What do you think about gadgets being a replacement for toys nowadays?
Oo.
We have to accept that, technology, nothing can beat technology. It will always be the first. It will always be the fastest, things in the game, even in any industry. So what you do is that you join them, you join the whatever is the strongest. So in that case, of course, Barbie is there, but Barbie cannot be taken out because kahit may gadget ka na, gusto ka pa din maglaro. Iba yung classic na talagang pinaglalaroan ng bata. At iba yung talagang technology na natututunan ng bata. Pero it doesn't mean that it can that toys will be out. It will never be. Maaaring ang mangyari lang, ang toys, yung age ng bata, no, maging magalesen. Kasi before our toys, we can sell even up to 10 years old, they are still playing. Pero now, maybe up to 6, up to 7 the most, no? So we introduce older toys. We introduce mga collectibilities, mga collector cars, and so our market became, even the adult is part of us now. Hindi lang yung mga 7 to 14 or 15, pati the adult president of companies, they became our customers. Kasi pinasukan na namin ang collectibilities ng mga lahat naman tayo mahilig mag-collect, di ba? So it happens like,
Yeah.
Ang dami kong kilala na...
So laging
Ang dami kong kilala na hindi
Yes,
pa
sorry.
tinatanggal yung Hot Wheels nila sa box.
Or Barbie doll.
Oh, hindi tinatanggal sa box kasi it adds value to the collection, di ba?
Yeah.
To this day.
Even Barbie.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was...
You know, I met the collectors. Nung mag-asawa siya, sabi lang niya sa wife niya, itong collector ko ng Hot Wheels, pwede wag mo lang pakikialman. So yung bedroom nila is full of Hot Wheels.
Oh my God!
I'd like to see that. Diba?
Yeah,
Alam niya yung kanyang Hot Wheels.
Oh, pero you know what I want to see? Yung closet ni Myrna.
Ay, oo, we want to see
I
it.
want to see what you collect.
Oo nga eh.
Yes, ako.
Yeah, but
I've sold things that everything is very organized because I don't really have time. So my life really is very organized. My shoes, my bags are all in catalogs.
Wow.
You know,
Really?
we need to invade your wardrobe.
I want to see it now.
ang ano ko, ang mga accessories ko, because you know, to tell you the truth, a person, kahit bihisan mo, pag hindi tama yung accessory na linalagay mo sa kanya, kulang. It's not wholesome. It has to have the right accessories, the right combination, colors, small things. Small things mean a lot.
The details.
Oo, it's in the details.
Yeah. Others doesn't realize that, but the secret is really in the details. That's why you know how many hats I have, how many scarf I have. I have all this pang accessorize when I wear something.
Oh, that's something new.
Myrna, you have children and grandchildren. How does working in the toy industry influence your relationship with your grandchildren? I can imagine super plus points.
And my only granddaughter doesn't like dogs. She likes cars.
Oh.
It's so, yeah, I have two granddaughters, but the other one is in high school now. But the other one, because I have 4 girls, okay? 4 daughters. I never had a son, which I dreamed. Now, my daughter had 4 sons and no daughter. And then I have 7 grandchildren and only 2 granddaughters.
Okay.
God is so good. He gave me may kapalit, lahat ng yung mga lalaki that I didn't know how to treat them. That there was a funny story when I went to LA with my 3 years old granddaughter, a grandson. We were in the toilet. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to make him pee because I don't know that pala, yung Barbie niya, igababa mo. So nagliparan na yung kanyang ihi doon sa akin. Naglinis ako. And he doesn't want me to leave until I clean.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I guess
And I have to call, what should I do? Why you didn't tell me that this little son doesn't know how to, pala you have to put it down.
I guess those are also precious memories na rin and bonding.
Unforgettable.
Oo. Yeah.
So my bonding with my grandchildren, every Sunday morning before the COVID, we go out for breakfast together without the parents can enjoy their life, sleep late. So the grandchildren at 7:30, they're with me. So we go out and then we have bondings. I'm very close. Of course, I love children. That's why I really want to be with them always.
Oh, ang saya.
Oh
Diba? At
my,
least.
what fun, di ba?
Oh, especially now, no? Oh, there's another thing that probably a lot of people don't know about Miss Myrna. You finished college in 3.5 years and took MBA right after, got married in the middle of that, and finished your MBA after giving birth And you even took up a doctorate in philosophy. Parang how did you manage to do all that?
Oo nga eh. Wow.
What superhuman quality do you possess?
Exactly.
You know, sometimes I really don't know, but when I have something in mind that I want to do, I don't stop until I reach it. So, you know, sometimes some people will be worried, oh, si Mrs. Yao, ganito ang gusto Naku, paano natin gagawin ito? So, I see to it, but I give direction.
Okay.
So I see to it that it's done. And you have to be very clear with yourself so that people will understand what you want and that they will also be clear in how you want them to act and to do things. And kasi mahilig ako magturo eh. That's why it become a challenge to them to learn more. So that's why people says when they come from our company, normally they easily can get job because they are trained well.
Okay.
And that is already given. And I don't mind. I said, if you can grow and you can grow in another company or other country, I said, I don't mind. I can always train, people. And I want everyone to grow.
Okay.
So, para sa akin, when you think good for others, good things come to you. And tama-tama, when they leave, I get better ones.
Yes.
So as long as you share, you teach, you empower, it will never stop. Then you can get more people, and then the people that you get, I always tell the managers to train their people so that when they grow in the company, their people become managers also. So we always, since I want to grow, I want my people to grow also.
Okay.
That is very, very important.
I'm learning so much this afternoon.
Ang sarap
Francine.
makinig kay Myrna. No? Grabe. Parang ito na yung MBA rin namin eh. Harvard Business School of Hard Knocks.
But before we continue, let's take another break for now. And then when we return, we will play a game. So don't go away. PairFect will be right back.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, pababakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Welcome back to PairFect, and I'm Francine with Dinah. We're still talking to Richprime
CEO.
founder, CEO, Miss Myrna Yao. Hello, welcome back.
So before
Hello.
before we took a break, the conversation was really getting interesting, no? And I think a lot of our viewers think so, because we got one comment. It says one of the comments says, Myrna Yao, really an amazing woman, from a poet's journal. Wow, admirers galore.
Really?
So let's continue with the game.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So let's play a little. It's not really a game. We'll just show some pictures that we got from your social media pages, and then please tell us a little bit about those pictures. Yeah. Let's start.
Okay, I hope that the one with the bathing suit with the I'm doing the TikTok.
Oh no! And then okay, let's talk about this. Wow, that's President Duterte and Myrna, Secretary Myrna.
Yes, it was 2019. I was the ninang of the son of Brayla Laurel, the Lyceum. Remember the Lyceum, and is the son who got married, and I was one of the principal sponsor, and with President Duterte and Secretary Myrna. And Rela has been a good friend of mine, and so that is the most unique wedding that I've ever attended, because we were about halos lahat ng senador nandun eh. Even Mayor Moreno, Manny Pacquiao, lahat na nung andun, sabihin mo, they're there. But kami babae, tatlo lang yata kami doon. So ang namin, ang aming entrance sa church is one by one. Walang partner.
Okay.
So the girls go in first, then all the boys at the back, one by one. Walang partner.
Unique.
Which is very unique.
Okay, so wow, one of the boys ka na naman.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the next photo.
Galing yung maghanap, ha?
So, ano tong award?
So I was awarded among, we were 6, and I'm the only woman, and I got the highest award among the 6 entrepreneur contenders. And I became the entrepreneur of the year. And sabi ko nga doon, watch out, man, the women are coming.
Okay, right on. Ang galing ah, parang may pattern. I see a pattern here.
Yes. Okay, next photo. Ang ganda. Beautiful.
Hey, this boy.
You know, that's my grandson who is so talented. You cannot believe. I recorded everything that he knows. He's so advanced in math, in news, anything about the news he knows. And he wakes up before he goes to school at about 5 a.m. He will look at the YouTube. At his age right now, he is already trading in equities and stock market.
Wow, my goodness.
He is studying in international school, and then when he asked the principal to upgrade his math, he did it himself. He wrote the letter, and my daughter was just surprised that the principal is calling her to come in and to talk about the upgrading of the subject in math of my grandson.
Wow.
And he is so, and all of them. It's not only him. My 2 grandsons are in New Pen now, and the other one is going also next year in Boston. And so all of them are they work very hard, but the most important thing that I teach them and my daughters is humility. I said, you cannot grow, you cannot be successful if you are not a humble person.
Yes.
Because God will not be there for you. So always be humble. So, my daughters were valedictorian, like summa cum laude in Wharton, also top MBA of UP, lahat yan. But you cannot see that they are so humble. They will not talk about it. They are so, parang like me, my door is always open in the office. Even the driver can come in. If they are not help or they are not given attention, anybody can come into my room. I always treat everybody to be equal.
That's a good reminder, everybody, please. Okay, so next photo. Oh, thank you.
Yes. Oh, they dance, and honestly, I follow yung kanilang yung the dance now.
Oh,
TikTok, yung ano man tawag sa dance nila ngayon, rap, yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
you can
I
do
dance
that?
with them.
Wow.
I can do that.
Nakakatuwa.
Ako, going back to that picture, parang I was looking at your outfit eh.
Oo nga. You have a hot outfit. All
Look at that.
black.
Oh. And the shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that outfit is quite unique. If you take it off, it's a very, very sexy outfit. I want to. I just want something different always when I buy clothes.
As long as it
Such a
makes you feel.
fashionista.
Ang galing. Okay, next photo.
My favorite friend, si Charo. Charo also is a very down-to-earth person. Also, napaka-humble din ni Charo. And she goes to our office very often because her grandchildren love Barbie and love the toys. So, si Charo goes with them and, choose their favorite toys.
Yeah.
Si Charo gusto pa din, nag-collect pa din siya ng BTS. Kompleto siya.
Oh.
So, Charo is a very sweet person actually.
Okay.
Napaka-sweet niya. And I admire her and her humility. I hope that, after this pandemic, we'll meet again. Kasi alam mo naman ngayon, wala ka namang meet ng mga friend mo.
Yeah. Puro Zoom lang tayo ngayon eh.
Oo nga.
It's not the same. Okay, next photo,
Yes.
please. Another award.
So that is the Woman of the Year. The guy is awarding me in he's the son of Mr. Tang Yao. I don't know if you know him. And then this award is given also by a group ASEAN. This is the ASEAN award.
Wow.
So I'm very thankful for all these awards that I've got, international and local.
Okay. What award has made you feel proudest of yourself or happiest?
When I got the most important group in the world of women right now is the Global Summit of Women. It's a very, very big group that's attended by CEOs, ministers, government officials. And I was the only ASEAN that was awarded.
Wow.
And it's from the Philippines, our country. And so because of that, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo gave me also a Presidential Merit Award because I was the only woman who was awarded. Although I got also award from Beijing as a successful businesswoman from the Philippines. But this cannot be compared to the Global Summit because Global Summit is a worldwide summit of successful women all over the world. And it so happened it was done in Egypt. And so the First Lady, Mubarak, was the one who gave me the award at that time. And it was really prestigious. And so after that, I got so many different awards. And I asked myself, this is the thing that I asked myself. I said, like the recent award that I got from Business and Professional Women, the only organization that is a member of UN, non-government organization that has an ECOSOC membership in the United Nations, and they awarded me as the most outstanding entrepreneur of 2021 last year. And I always ask myself, there are so many successful businesswomen like the other contenders that are owner of the Grand Hyatt, owner of big companies, owner of this. And I said, why do they choose me? What is the reason? That I asked myself, right? Because I'm not as successful as big as the companies. But then, number one, I realized, of course, it's God that's putting me there, number one. Number two is that probably the time that you put in your business and then you work in the government and you work in the NGO is not an easy task. You know, when you do things for other people and still make your business successful, it is something probably that the other contenders did not have. Yun lang ang sa tingin ko, no? Kasi nakita nila yung ginagawa ko, yung The Great Women Project that I started. I was able to get 300 million from the Canadian government. When I was the chair, sabi sa akin, walang budget. Sabi ko, hindi bale, ako maghahanap ng budget. And I was able to do it during my term, and so we were able to have that Great Women Project. But it's really multitasking, number one, and you have to pray a lot that God's guiding you in whatever you're doing. And also, you really have to embrace your people kasi hindi mo magagawa lahat yan kung you don't have good people you can delegate it.
Agree.
Diba? When you delegate it, then you can do more. Mas marami kang magagawa, marami kang matatapos. So, you have to really have a real concern to your people, to the people around you, so that they will also love you as much as you love them.
Ang galing, no? You know, Myrna, I wish I could keep on listening to you, but
Yes,
this is
ang
all
sarap
the time
makinig.
we have. Thank you so much for joining us in this show. And is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before we say goodbye?
The only thing that I would like to share is that, of course, even in this pandemic, huwag kayong mawawala ng pag-asa sapagkat lahat ng when there are bad things, there's always good things that comes. And we have to be we have to have a strong faith that God is always with us, and we should not or give up praying for what we want for us and for others. When we pray, we don't only pray for us. We pray for other people. We pray for the poor, the sick, and everything. You will be able to do things without you knowing it.
I'm so glad that I've listened to somebody who's given us all this very simple wisdom, but really true, and we all need reminding of all these things.
Yeah. Thank you, Myrna, for being such a generous, gracious to us today, to our viewers. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
And for opening your heart to us. So it has been such a delight to have you in the show, and we hope to see more of you in our next episode.
Yes, so there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Watch PairFect Live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's official Facebook page and on Tribune Now on YouTube for the replay of the latest edition.
I am Dinah,
And I'm Francine.
and this has been
PairFect.
PairFect.